What is good, YouTube? Chris with Jerno's Comics and Pop Culture, and today I'm gonna speak on an issue about shipping charges and the fact that there are so many people out here that collect comic books, that purchase off of eBay, that continue to complain about high shipping charges. I'm gonna hopefully put this to bed and kind of give everyone some perspective. So let's just kind of get into it from the aspect of, when you're buying comics off of eBay, you often see a wide scale of pricing for shipping. You may see one or two books somebody selling. They may offer free shipping, or they might have shipping for like $3.50. And then for one or two books, you may see another seller have their shipping at like $8.75 or something like that. And I constantly hear complaints about, I'm tired of being ripped off with high shipping charges when I buy books on eBay. I see it constantly. I see it constantly on Facebook groups and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about fair pricing. And I am, as a buyer, when I buy comics on eBay, I take into consideration shipping charges. I mean, I think you have to. If you're looking at a book that costs you, that's selling for $40, and they have $8 shipping, you're gonna look at, well, that's $48. You're gonna look at it. So you might call your LCS and say, hey, do you have this book? And if they're selling it for, $42, it might do you justice to go buy the $42 book next to the $40 book, because you're not paying the $8 shipping. But I think what people forget to take into consideration when you're buying books that don't have shipping charges attached to it, you're going to a LCS, you're going to a con, whatever it may be. If you're driving, it's costing you gas money. It's costing you mileage. There's a lot of different costs involved in getting a book besides the cover price when we're actually going to physical locations and buying books as well. And that kind of, I think, slips our mind. So for me, if I'm going to A1 Comics, for example, to their Sacramento location, I'm probably spending at least $5 in gas in my truck to go there, get my books, and come back home. So what's the difference? If there's the same book with the same price on eBay and they're offering shipping for $5, then I'm basically getting the same deal. Of course, I would support A1, but let me state this now, guys. It is time we stop complaining about high shipping charges. And when I say high, I'm not talking about like $18 a book and then they ship it media mail. Okay, I'm talking about one book with shipping for like $6.75 or something. Actually, that's my starting price. I've been selling books on eBay, and for 1 to 3 books, my price for first class shipping is $6.75. Now, I could offer media mail, but we know that there's stipulations with that. Technically, comic books aren't supposed to go media mail. And also, I think in terms of the customer service department, offering first class is much better. People don't want to wait, 7+ days to get their books via media mail for the most part. I mean, if you supply that option for your buyers, then hey, it's an option that can save you money and save them money. But here's the thing, guys. Let's put this in perspective. For one, when it comes to higher shipping costs on eBay, you guys as buyers have to understand that sellers are getting hit with 20% fees, okay? Everything they bring in, they're getting hit with 20%. So you get 10% taken off from eBay, you get 10% taken off from PayPal. So if you sell a book for $10, you're only getting $8 for that book as a seller, okay? So you got a lot of sellers take into consideration those fees into their shipping charges. So some of those fees might fall back onto the buyers, which as a seller, I mean, it's only fair. I'm not saying they should have to take all of it. You just have to balance that out and find where that balance and middle ground should lie. Now, people don't take this into consideration. Packaging. Now, if you're shipping priority mail, you could get free packaging from the post office, but you're paying more money for priority mail. So shipping's going to be higher naturally. But even with priority packaging, you might use bubble wrap. You might use extra cardboard. Extra cardboard can be free because you can use priority boxes and cut them up. But there's still costs involved. Tape costs. But if you're not using priority, everything costs. Gemini packages costs. Just yellow bubble envelopes costs money. Bubble wrap costs money. Popcorn costs money. The tape, everything involved. Going to the post office. The gas to go to the post office. All of this are incurring costs for the seller, and in some form or fashion, this cost is probably going to show up in their total shipping charges. That's why, like, for decades now, when you see things for sale on TV, and whether it's infomercials or 800, what do they say? They say shipping and handling, because the handling process of getting the item shipped incurs costs. So let me tell you guys, right now, my pricing is $6.75 up to 3 books, and I put them in either a Gemini loader or a small package that is similar to a Gemini package, which is like a box, and I double cardboard them with some thick cardboard and ship them out just like I was shipping my own books to CGC. So $6.75. At $6.75, and I'm going to give you my secret charges here that, I'm just putting out there because you don't put it on the packaging label for the buyers to see. At $6.75 for 1 to 3 books for first class, that usually keeps me under 13 ounces. And under 13 ounces, it costs me about $4 to ship. Okay? But that doesn't take into consideration my supplies, the tape, the packaging, all of that, okay? And I'm charging $6.75. So, and like I said, I'm getting 20% taken off of my total sales of what I'm getting. So I'm collecting about $2 extra, a little over $2 extra on my shipping charges. But that $2 extra is pretty much accounted for in terms of costs. So I'm not taking in any extra money in my pocket for shipping. Now, once there's more than 3 books, that the weight is going up, and then I'm paying almost $5 just because of the weight. I could still fit the same amount of books, maybe in the same type of package, maybe 4 or 5, but it's weighing more, and I want to protect them more, so I'm adding more cardboard. So the shipping prices goes up. So this gives you an example. I'm taking a little over $2 more off top of what I'm actually paying for my shipping label, but I'm not pocketing any of that money. So that can show you guys where this money is going. And I'm not profiting from it. So let me show you guys. This is what I do. Okay. For $6.75, 1, 2 to 3 books. Okay. I'm giving you something like this. All right. Now, something like this is going to open up, and it's going to have, usually the Geminis have like an extra cardboard attached to it that you could fit the book in. Now, on top of that, I put the book in between 2 extra pieces of cardboard. I bag them, I double board them, and after I double board them, I put a loose board on top and a loose board on the bottom, and then I tape them with painter's tape. And then from there, I take 2 hard pieces of cardboard and painter's tape them together. And then I take that and I put it in the packaging, and I tape it with regular packaging tape. I don't like to use packaging tape on the bags or close to the books. But I use the packaging tape to package the boards to the package so it doesn't slide around. Then I close it, and then I packaging tape them up. Okay? That's $6.75. I'm not taking any money from that. All right? This is what somebody did that I bought a book in. They had it in something like this, and they created they cut up, what do you call this? A priority package. And look at it. They intricately cut this up so the book fits right in there. It's really intricate. I don't even want to take it. See, so you could slide the book in there, and then you have this extra, and then they tape that up. Pretty awesome. I have this here because I'm trying to get as sophisticated as this, but I haven't yet. All right. Now, for 3 to 5 books, I could go up to something like this. All right. Now, as long as my weight is, I believe, below, so once it goes up to 13 ounces and something like this, I have to use priority mail. So then my shipping costs automatically go up. But the benefit of that is the customer does get priority. Okay, so this is going to cost, I believe, probably around 9 something for my packaging label. So I'm going to be charging at least $10. And that's just the fact of the matter of it, because if I don't, then I'm losing money. I believe it's actually 8 something. I believe it's like $8.75. And that's if you use the packaging ships from eBay, where they give you a little bit of discount. So I'd be charging like $10 for shipping. And again, I'm not pocketing any money from this. These boxes are costing me money, right? So let me tell you guys, you know what you're getting? When you guys complain and say, oh man, should only cost like $3 to ship one book. You want to know what you guys are getting when you pay cheap shipping costs? This. You're getting a book in this, and it's going to show up at your doorstep like this. And then that book in there is going to be crapped and bent and whatever. Or you're going to get something like this. And I know this is priority. Pretend this isn't priority. Pretend this is just a regular yellow envelope here that I'm going to show you guys, all right? You're going to get a book that might be between 2 little thin things of cardboards or a couple backing boards, right? And they're going to take just a regular bubble wrap here. They're going to put that book in these flimsy little cardboards. They're going to throw it in there. They might write, do not bend on it, whatnot. But you know what? This thing is going to get thrown around here and there. Boom, 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 bing, bam, bam. You're going to receive it, and it's going to look like this. So, the moral of the story, guys, is, yes, as a buyer, I have to calculate in shipping costs that the sellers have. And it's going to impact my decision. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to purchase what's right for me. I'm going to be a smart buyer. And I'm not going to complain if somebody's shipping is $5, $6, $7, $8 for 1 to 2 books. Because I'm paying for my book to get here safely and in the condition that it was when I purchased it. Now, if I'm paying that much and it still comes in and it still comes like this, then that's a problem. And I've done a lot of videos, guys, where I've had books that come like this, or like in the bubble wrap, and I showed you the little thin envelopes, and they put 1 cardboard in and it's all bent. I think I still have my book right here, this cool little German book that I bought that was, and I've had it, I didn't press it yet, but I've had it sitting under a box of comics, and I've kind of got it out, but there's still a spine tick in there now because it was bent. They had like 1 piece of cardboard behind it, not even one in front, and a little yellow manila envelope, and just package taped it closed and sent it to me, and it was bent right in half. So, if somebody's charging a higher price and they're sending it to you like that, then you can complain. But if they're charging that higher price because they want to get your book to you properly, don't complain, guys. Understand that this is to benefit you, and understand that sellers really, it's tough for them to make a profit, especially if they're selling a book only for a few dollars. If they're selling a book for only a few dollars and they're charging you $3 shipping, they literally might be making 50 cents off that book. And, it's kind of unfair. So, if there's like just a modern book that you want to fill a run and it's not worth very much, and you want to buy it for a few bucks, and you see it online for a few bucks, but the shipping is $4.95 and you don't want to pay $8 for it, go drive down to your LCS, support your LCS, and don't complain about the sellers on eBay, okay? So that's my rant. that's my insight. I hope I hope this video helped you guys kind of understand what's going on behind the scenes from the seller's perspective. Everyone's not out there to try to rip you off, although that does exist, and that's a whole nother video. But when it comes to shipping charges, guys, be practical, and hey, ask questions and be smart. Look, if they're charging $8 and it says media mail, be like, hey, no, communicate with your sellers, send them messages, and just be a good and smart buyer, but be humble at the same time. So thank you guys for watching. Again, leave some comments, leave some feedbacks. If you guys have had any good, bad experiences, what your take on this is. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And until next time.